Hey everyone, welcome to Shine Zone, your go-to space for discovering ideas that inspire, inform, and spark your curiosity. Whether it's deep dives into tech, mysteries of the future, or stories that make you think, we're all about helping you shine a little brighter every day. You need to watch this if you struggle with money mistakes that keep you from getting rich. Stop doing this. Want to be rich? It's not just about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. Look, I get it. We live in a world that's constantly telling us to spend, spend, spend. But the truth is, real wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about building a solid financial foundation that will last a lifetime. In this video, we're breaking down 7 things you should absolutely avoid if you're serious about building wealth and changing your life. Let's go. Let's be real, we've all been tempted by those shiny objects. The designer clothes, the flashy cars, the expensive gadgets that scream, "Look at me, I'm successful." But here's the thing. Most millionaires I know aren't spending like that. They're not dropping $10,000 on a watch or leasing a car they can barely afford. Instead, they're investing in assets that appreciate in value. They're buying real estate, putting their money in the stock market, and building businesses. They understand that true wealth isn't about impressing others. It's about building a solid financial foundation for themselves and their families. So next time you're tempted to buy something just to show off, ask yourself, is this actually going to help me build wealth, or am I just trying to impress people who don't even care? You've probably heard this before. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it's true. Your circle has a huge impact on your mindset, your habits, and ultimately, your success. If you're constantly surrounded by people who are negative, unmotivated, or careless with their money, guess what? It's going to be a lot harder for you to break free from those patterns. But here's the good news. You have the power to choose who you let into your life. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, think big, and push you to grow. Find mentors who are a few steps ahead of you on the journey, and learn from their experiences. That positive, ambitious energy is contagious, and it can make all the difference in your financial life. Look, I'm not saying you should go out and bet your life savings on a risky investment. But here's the thing. Building wealth almost always requires taking some level of calculated risk. Starting a business, investing in the stock market, even learning a new skill, these all come with some level of uncertainty. But if you're so afraid of failure that you never step out of your comfort zone, you'll never achieve your full potential. Remember, the biggest risk is often not taking any risks at all. Do your research, weigh the pros and cons, and then be willing to take action, because sometimes the scariest leaps lead to the most incredible rewards. I'll start investing next year. I'll launch my business when the time is right. I'll get my finances in order. Eventually. Sound familiar? Procrastination is honestly the silent killer of dreams. And when it comes to building wealth, time is your most valuable asset. Waiting for the perfect time is just another way of saying never. The stock market doesn't care if you're ready or not. It's going to keep moving, with or without you. So here's the key. Stop overthinking it and just start taking action. Even if it's just a small step, like opening an investment account or setting a budget, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Here's a harsh truth. Schools do a terrible job of teaching us about money. We learn about history, math, science, but when it comes to managing our finances, we're often left to figure it out on our own. And honestly, that's a recipe for disaster. If you don't understand basic financial concepts like saving, investing, taxes, credit, and debt, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. The good news is there are more resources available than ever before. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos. There's really no shortage of free or affordable financial education out there. Here's the problem with relying on just one source of income. If something happens to that income stream, you lose your job, your business takes a hit, whatever it may be, you're in trouble. That's why it's so important to diversify your income streams. This could mean starting a side hustle, investing in real estate, selling digital products, or exploring other ways to generate passive income. The more sources of income you have, the more resilient your finances will be. Plus, having multiple income streams gives you options and flexibility, and that's priceless. If you're serious about building wealth, you need a plan. Just like you wouldn't start a business without a business plan, you shouldn't go through life without a financial plan. This doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as setting a budget, tracking your spending, and setting some financial goals. Where do you want to be financially in 5 years? 10 years? What steps do you need to take to get there? Having a clear roadmap will keep you focused, motivated, and on track to achieving your financial dreams. Success leaves clues, and avoiding these 7 traps could put you years ahead of the average person. Remember, building wealth isn't always easy, but it's absolutely possible for anyone willing to put in the work. Which of these are you working on right now? Drop it in the comments. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Shine Zone for more tips on wealth, mindset, and success. Thanks for watching. Stay focused, stay driven, and keep shining. Alright, that's it for today. See you later. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a drop here on Shine Zone. Stay curious.